as we
Hi, hello.
hello.
Welcome to our conversation that we'll discuss on the advantages and disadvantages of fertilizer in the tropics. We know that we use these
Yeah.
fertilizers in our crop field and it is essential for the crop production. In the tropical area, especially in the developing country, the farmers highly using the fertilizers and we the first between our two participants in CS program that I, Mr. Rafiqul Islam, will discuss on the advantages of fertilizer, and my friend Shushan will discuss the disadvantages of fertilizers in tropics. If I can say that the fertilizers, if you started to know what is the fertilizers category, I want to answer chemical or organic fertilizer. In case of organic fertilizer, its advantages is the whole nutrients that is made for the crop are in a bundle, are in a package within the organic fertilizer. In the organic fertilizer, it is eco-friendly because it supplies nutrients to the crop, but it don't harm to the environment. In using organic fertilizer, anyone can produce safe food, and the world is going to the safe food production. But our target is sustainable development goal. We want to make sure that no harmful element is resist in the crop. So organic fertilizers has the advantages to produce safe food and make the environment is friendly. And come to the point of chemical fertilizer. Also there is a disadvantages of chemical fertilizer, but also chemical fertilizers is shortly or easily received because a farmer in tropical area want to cultivate any crop, he can easily collect chemical fertilizers from his nearest dealer. Comparing to the organic fertilizer, the amount of chemical fertilizer is needed in very low amount. Also, chemical fertilizers advantages is it is specific to the nutrient. Suppose that urea is specific for nitrogen, DSP is specific for phosphorus, muriate of potash is specific for potassium. Chemical fertilizer is cost friendly. When need a large amount of organic fertilizers, a farmer need a very short amount of chemical fertilizer. In the like this, the fertilizers are highly advantageous to the crop because without using fertilizers, it is not possible to produce a crop yield. The population in the world is growing day by day. If we want to feed the vast amount of population of the world, then we must to produce our crop in agriculture. Thank you. Now the Shushan come to discuss on disadvantages of fertilizers in crops.
Okay. Thank you, Rafikul. So I'll take you guys through the disadvantages of both organic and inorganic fertilizers. So when it comes to, I'll say the inorganic fertilizers, you find that for small scale farmers, it's a very expensive compared to the organic one, especially the manure one, because most farmers are able to produce within their homestead. And on the other hand, as far as inorganic fertilizers, they have different types in terms of the nutrients provided. You find that sometimes the nutrients that we tend to maybe use within our crops, so such as the nitrogen fertilizers, they tend to lead into leaching, whereby when they get washed in terms of the soil erosion occurs, most of the nutrients tend to be washed away to water bodies, and through that it leads to algae forming in the water bodies, and hence causing let me say aquatic animals not being able to survive in such water bodies because algae tend to use the oxygen that is within the water bodies that most aquatic animals do live in the water. So also on the other hand, you find that the nutrients in organic fertilizer, that is manure, they're very limited. So most farmers, whenever they use the organic fertilizers, the crops tend not to get enough nutrient that is supposed to be have been received or have been in terms of been recommended by the crop doctors or the plant doctors that are supposed to be used. Maybe lastly, I'll say that sometimes excessive use of fertilizers, especially the inorganic ones, they tend to alter the pH of the soil. Yeah, maybe you
Thank,
can
thank you,
proceed,
Shushan.
Rafiko.
At
Yeah.
the last, we said that there are uh, advantages and disadvantages in both sides of the fertilizers in tropics. But if we
Mhm.
want to consideration in sustainable agriculture in crop field, we have to consider the optimum amount and optimum doses for the application of crop production. And before application of fertilizers, any farmer need to discuss with the agriculture officers or expert in the field of agriculture. And by this, we can produce more and considering the eco-friendly agriculture, and we'll be able to maintain the sustainable development goal. Thank you.
Thank you. See you.